There was a post on X today that really showed how brainwashed the average American netizen is. The post in question mentioned news about the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. putting barbed wire around their compound. Now, if you follow the news, you'll know exactly why this has to be done. But it seems the average American does not. Today we'll go beyond the propaganda and I'll tell you all of the juicy details. This is Reports on China. I'm Andy Boreham here in Shanghai. Let's get reporting. The Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C. recently erected barbed wire to protect their compound. Now, since you follow the news and know what's going on, you know that this follows a terrifying incident in Japan recently, where a Japanese military official climbed the fence of the Chinese embassy in Tokyo, carrying a knife and saying he wanted to speak with the Chinese ambassador. The Associated Press at the time wrote an appalling piece that cast doubt on China, who first brought up the incident. They wrote, Japan said Wednesday it conveyed regrets to China after authorities confirmed they arrested a Japanese army soldier on suspicion of trespass, a day after China protested over an alleged break-in at its embassy in Tokyo. Police have already arrested someone, but they continue with the alleged tag. Nice one, AP. They continued with that angle. The Tokyo police on Wednesday told the Associated Press that they arrested a 23-year-old member of the Ground Self-Defense Force, or Japan's army, in the alleged trespassing into the Chinese embassy on Tuesday. And Japan kept up its historical track record of not apologizing to China, like for the tens of millions of Chinese they killed in their invasion and occupation of China last century. Following China's protest and demand for preventive measures, Japan conveyed to China its regret over the case and explained that Japanese ministries will respond appropriately, including by taking preventive measures under relevant international and domestic laws. Nice one, Japan. Back to the barbed wire around the Chinese embassy in Washington, D.C., and it's clear that more measures need to be taken to protect Chinese embassy workers and their families overseas. On news of the embassy in D.C. erecting barbed wire, an American X account titled The General posted a pretty fair update about the situation, simply stating, Breaking, the Chinese embassy is putting up barbed wire outside its gate in Washington, D.C. And you won't believe some of the responses from brainwashed Americans. Actually, you probably will believe them. An ex-user called Mike wrote, could mean China is getting ready to retaliate against its tankers being blockaded. Mike, when was the last time China attacked anyone? Out of the US and China, which country has 800 plus overseas military bases? Out of the US and China, which country is currently illegally bombing sovereign nations? And which country recently kidnapped the elected leader of another country? I was going to say that the answer is pretty clear, but maybe for Mike, it actually isn't. Terrifying. Let's get back to the X post. Adam asked, why do they have an embassy in the United States? Aren't they a known enemy? Adam, China is not your enemy. China is merely a competitor. If you guys don't get out of this black and white, you good versus evil, us versus them Cold War mentality, you'll never see peace and prosperity. And Gabe added, what traitor sold them that barbed wire? I guess Gabe really doesn't like the idea of capitalism and instead wants to police who can buy what. Well, at least we know Trump would agree. A user called Fetty echoed the sentiment of many, saying, if China is planning on attacking the US, they're better off fleeing embassy because this ain't going to stop anyone from getting inside. Honestly, how you could argue this kind of attitude is not because of anti-China scaremongering and conspiracy theories in the US is beyond me. And finally, MJ asked the most pertinent question. What do they know that we don't? Well, we all know what you're getting at there, MJ, but I have the answer for you, and it's nowhere near as exciting as you think it is. China knows that a psycho Japanese military official climbed their embassy fence in Tokyo with a knife. And if you paid attention to anything on the news, you'd know that too. But hey, we can't expect that much from the ordinary American, can we? And on that note, that will be it for today, you guys. But as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts, so do let me know down below. Do you guys agree that Americans are the most propagandized people in the world? And why are they so averse to looking outside of their frog well? Let me know down below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really does help the channel. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.